what it do? We are live from the Jack Simpson Gymnasium. Joshua Adam William Armathon with Jermaine J.C. Cummings as we get ready to welcome in the Concordia Lightning. 2 wins on the season for them as they take on the winless Women of Troy, trying to find that first dub. Tough one last night here at the Jack for the Women of Troy.
Yeah, tough one indeed, Josh. Still unable to get that first win of the season are the Women of Troy, but a few pieces of diamond in that rough, Josh. Macy Mulholland in her second season really starting to come into her own offensively. Unfortunately, it hasn't turned into wins just yet, but the process is there, and that's all that matters most.
Yes.
Also, come on, we already know Brooke Baker doing
swear, baby.
Classic Brooke thing. She knows what to do. Now it's just a matter of putting that together and getting that first win of the season. No time like the present.
We also had the return of Ava Curl. She went 0 for 8, so she's still looking for her first bucket. Hopefully, her first bucket can lead to the first dub for the Trojans. On the other side, to Concordia.
Oh, my goodness. We already know what time it is, Josh. You know the story on Concordia. 6'1", towering above her checks. Rachel Harvey, unstoppable off the block. If that is something you want to pay attention to, it is indeed Rachel Harvey's low post game. We'll see if the SAIT Trojans can kind of make things tough on her, because if it's not, it's going to be a long night at the office here for the Trojans tonight.
And you got to watch out for both the Clerks. It's going to be an exciting one. Will the Trojans pick up their first win, or will Concordia pick up win number 3? We'll find out in moments as we go down for our starting lineups. What it is, what it do, and welcome to the Jack Simpson Gymnasium. Joshua Adam William Armathon alongside Jermaine J.C. Cumming, as we talked about Concordia and SAIT both come off tough losses. Who will pick up a win to end their weekend? Concordia, Trojans, here we go. And are your starting lineups for each team? You have J.C. May, Haley Cleland, Hannah Mitchell, Chloe DeClerc, and Rachel Harvey for the Concordia Lightning, who bring in the ball right now, and that's DeClerc trying to get a layup in there. And then the second chance, it goes down, and Concordia is on the board. Your starting lineup for the SAIT Trojans: Brooke Baker, Ava Curl, Macy Mulholland, and Near Wall, and Addison Liebert.
I tell you, Josh, it's good to see Ava Curl on the floor. Actually made her season debut last night, getting another chance to go at it. Went 0 for 8, tough offensive outing for her, but nonetheless, she's going to continue to shoot, and you know eventually it's going to start to fall for her as well.
Ava Curl looking for that first bucket. You can put on the board, Ava Curl. Didn't waste any time in this one, Jay. Knocking down that one.
That's what shooters do, Josh. You go 0 for 8 one night, come back, put up shot number 9. Sure enough, splash from downtown. We'll see if she continues the hot. We'll see.
Good start for her. Down in the post now. That is Rachel Harvey. You talked about the height that she has. Showing her right there. Can't get it going. And a good job there by Addison. Able to show some of her frame. And you know Addison's going to be worked a lot tonight.
Yeah, definitely, Josh. Look out for Rachel indeed. Going to be working left block. As you can see, height advantage over her check. But like you said, Addison Liebert, great job. Being strong, being big. That's what you're going to have to do if you look to have a decent night against her.
Gets it down to Liebert. Mid-range J can't go down. And that's a rebound there by Hannah Mitchell. And gets it ahead now to Chloe DeClerc. Concordia looking for their second bucket early on here, and they continually go down to the paint, and it's Harvey again showing her height, and they'll be doing that all day if the Trojans let them.
And we're going to see how much longer single coverage goes for as well, because something tells me sooner than later, Josh, we're going to see 2 black jerseys down there on Rachel trying to make it tough on her.
And Near Wall just a bit off on that shot right there, and then a rebound and passed ahead there by May. Trojans trying to steal it at the court. May passes it across. Gets it down low, up and in, and that was Chloe DeClerc finding her first bucket of the game.
You talked about the DeClercs off top, Josh, and there goes Chloe showing you what she can do with the left, making sure to move without the basketball. Get open, and that ball will find you, and sure enough, you will find the hoop as well.
Brooke Baker 20-plus points this season. Can't get her scoring start in this one. That's a no-no. I can't come back in and out to catch the ball, and the official right on that one, and the ball will go back to the Thunder.
Well, through the first couple minutes, Josh, one thing is for sure, inside is definitely going to be a place where Concordia is looking to make their bones tonight. Plenty of attacking of the basket. If you're safe, see if you can pack the paint a little bit, make it tough on those low post players.
This time they're going to go to Mitchell. She throws up a shot, and Neer got a little bit too much on that, and Neer Wall will pick up a foul, and that'll be her first. In the last home game that we called here for the women of Troy, they had these runs, but it really got affected because Neer kept on getting into foul trouble. She picks up a foul here early on. That's one key for the Trojans we didn't talk about is Anir has been in foul trouble at times, and they need her help because she's one of their better scorers.
Yeah, not only scores, Josh, a great defender as well. Loves to play help defense, and like you said, help. Definitely somewhere she needs to be is on the floor because foul trouble will put you on the bench sooner than later. We'll see if she can stay out of foul trouble and stay on the floor and help her girls out here tonight.
And Ava Curl hands it right back to Wall. She's trying to find some room. She's trying to sneak it inside there to Macy Mulholland. Ball will stay with the women of Troy.
I tell you, Josh, not every day you got two teams playing against each other, both with dark jerseys on. Things are moving fast out there. Can't be easy to pick up your teammate, I'm sure.
Gets it in. Ava Curl already 1-3. Can't get that one to go, so now 1 for 2 from downtown. And now passed ahead to Chloe DeClerc. DeClerc hands the ball off to May. She's having a little bit of trouble with it, with heavy defense there by Ava Curl. And once again, they go down low in the paint. Banging, swinging, and finishing.
Single coverage, not going to cut it. We already know. And Coach Parmar's going to bring him in and talk about that guaranteed right now. Got to get that help defender over a little bit faster, giving Harvey too much time to operate.
Yeah, so this is multiple times now that we've seen them just go down to Harvey. She has 4 points now, but that seems to be the key for the women of Troy so far, Jay, is get it down to the paint, see what you can do. And even when they're not getting into the post, we're seeing them have a gap to just drive right in there and get whatever they want layup-wise.
Yeah, and that also equates to interior points as well, and something SAIT's going to have to work on. We talked about it off top, how Concordia would continue to attack the basket time and time again. They got the size advantage, height advantage, all advantage inside. We're going to see how Coach Parmar, puts his checks into place and see if he can combat that great offense.
Yeah, they did a good job setting up Ava Curl for her first three. Even the second three was a good look for her, but they're also, I find, on the offense right now, really forcing the ball inside, trying to face that last play, forcing it into Macy there. Even we saw Neer force a shot up, let that offense come through naturally. This Trojan team is very good also in the fast break, and Concordia and these other teams are siphing it out, not letting them get into the fast break.
Yeah, and also through the first couple of minutes, it's very obvious Concordia is going to give you that shot. The shots are going to be there for the Trojans tonight. Concordia obviously has a penchant to guard the basket, and if you can kind of pull them out with some great shooting, that'll kind of open things up for you offensively.
So let's see how the Trojans come back out of that timeout. They try to go down low and not able to connect on that. And here, slick indeed, but can't finish it off. Second chance, that one's not going to go down, and rebound there by Hannah Mitchell. And that goes off, and it'll stay with the Trojans.
See, there you go. That shows you if you got a good help defender, in this case, Brooke Baker, get hands in the cookie jar, knock the ball loose, and then that way you're going to give yourself some offensive chances as well.
And Pryor now in the game, so going to try to use her. We saw Pryor have some up and down in the paint as well, and I think that's the key for some of these Trojans is who's going to be the one that can be that post for them. There's a tray right there. That one's not going to go down for Cleveland. She's finding some minutes in this game for the first time. Ava Curl now leads up the offense. Trying to get a pick from Anir. Gets it down low to Pryor. Pryor goes up. Can't get it to go. And then rebound by Harvey.
Oh, it's such great positioning, Josh. As you saw Harvey come across the key, go straight 12-6 there on Essie Pryor. Gave her a bad look and created that miss.
And then a steal there. Now back in the attack. Ava Curl going coast to coast, but then bobbles the ball, loses it. Gets it back out to Pryor. Baker trying to reset the offense. She does pull it back. Ava Curl steps out of bounds, and the ball will go back to Concordia.
Yeah, just kind of slid that pivot foot, did Curl, and got called for the travel on that one. Looking to still get back into the flow of things as Ava Curl, but it's good to see. Looks like her wind is up. She's going to get herself a rest right now, but good first shift for her nonetheless. We'll see if she can build on that going forward.
The Trojans being Emma Cartmel into the game, seeing if she can help out. Trojans shooting 1 of 8 so far from the field. Really haven't been able to find their flow because this menace down in the paint keeps on getting buckets. That's her 6th.
Single coverage, like we said, Josh is going to eat it up all night long. Essie Pryor doing everything she could on that possession to try to keep Harvey away, and still wasn't enough.
Macy for the 3, can't get it to go, and rebound by Hannah Mitchell. Trojans given a light press, but nothing too serious against Concordia. Now attacking once again to Clerk. She gets it to go, and now it's an 11-point lead for the Thunder as we hit halfway into this quarter.
Well, right on time for the help defense was Mulholland. Unfortunately, not enough as once again de Klerk gets to the hoop and finishes with the lefty.
And the near wall doing what she does best, ice-cold buckets, and they needed that one.
They did badly, and not only did they need the points, they needed the fact that it was a mid-range J. We'll see if that brings the defense out a little bit and opens things up in the painted area.
De Klerk gets down. Mitchell takes a few too many steps, and the ball will go back to the Trojans. And multiple subs getting ready to come in here now for Concordia. So Lily Anderson going to come into the game. And it also looks like Jenna Rinsky will check in for the first time for this Concordia team. The near wall coming off the bucket the last time. Gets it inside to Pryor. And a deny down low. Welcome to the show. Lily Anderson comes in and swats it away.
Sheesh, as if Harvey wasn't enough down low. How about Anderson right off the bench and into the scorer's ledger with a help side block.
And then a steal. Cartmel going downhill. Rinsky's chasing her down. And how's about the 2 subs come in? Rinsky and Lily Anderson get 2 key defensive stops for Concordia.
That's how you certify yourself some minutes later in the game, Josh. Right off the bench and instantly helping your offense. Coach is definitely going to pay attention.
And then Rinsky with a nice rebound there as well. So good job by Concordia. Some key subs coming in. Already had the lead, but you see how deep this Concordia team can be. 2-4 on the season. Looking for a win last night. We're in Calgary and losing to the St. Mary's Lightning.
They were. There's a turnover. There you go. One possession at a time if you're SAIT. One turnover. One good offensive possession, turn that into another basket, slowly get your way back into this thing.
Near wall. Going with the, looks like a 3-2 zone right now by this Concordia team. Near trying to cut, finds in the corner. Cartmill for the tray, can't get it to go. And the Trojans have had good looks at those threes, but just not able to knock it down.
Yeah, shooters going to have to continue to shoot, though. Like we said, too big inside is Concordia. SAIT's going to have to start to knock those shots down to bring that defense out of their area.
Rinsky missed it, but gets the ball back. Shot clock winding down. Rinsky for the 3. Can't get it to go. Now brought up by Brooke Baker. Baker shaking, Bacon, pausing, can't finish. Rebound there by Lily Anderson. And then a foul against Brooke Baker, a kind of foul that you just don't want to have early in the first.
Yeah, a little frustration there for Brooke, and I understand it. Definitely, she made a great move to get open from about 15 feet. Clean look, didn't get it to go, wanted to get it bad, and picked up for her first infraction of the evening.
Georgia Bowman checks in for the Concordia Lightning. The Thunder, actually. They faced the Lightning yesterday.
Oh, that must have been something, huh? A little storm brewing?
A little storm brewing.
Southwest Calgary.
Yeah. Once again, going to that 3-2 zone, and it's devastating, too, because you get the top of the guards and the wings up there, and then you got to deal with those 2 bigs down low, Jay.
Yeah, the only way to bust up that zone is effective shooting. Because I tell you, things are not looking so great down low.
Yeah, they're getting down, and now Lily Anderson and Rachel Harvey have had their way with the Trojans down low. You get it down there, and it's a block party every single time so far for Concordia. Nothing easy for the Trojans, and continue to be nothing easy right now. Jay, 2 of 16 are the Trojans on shooting in this one. 1 of 4 from downtown.
Yeah, ugly numbers here early on in this one. Gonna have to improve those to get back into it. When you're dealing with some great paint protection, like the Trojans are here tonight, only one way to really break it up, Josh, and that's good shooting or take it into the chest of the defense. Yeah. We'll see what they opt for.
Got up to rebounds, too, right now. 13-5 in favor of Concordia for the rebounds. Step back there for a near, and she gets it to go. A near wall, seeing a much better look of what we know a near wall can be.
Shoulder hezzy, one dribble, and get that thing to go.
Steal by Brooke Baker, who somehow had no points until then. Brooke Baker lays it in, and the Trojans, who were down by as much as 11, starting to fight their way back here with 2:10 left in the first.
She was patrolling the passing lanes all game so far. Finally able to get a steal is Brooke Baker and get the layup to go. Momentum, Josh, one play at a time.
Here's Harvey. Lily Anderson was looking for it down low, but Harvey's trying to do it herself. Sneaky pass inside, not able to connect as she tried to connect there to Bauman. And then the shot clock winds out, but it hit the rim. Van Gerelsen tried to get it. She can't get it. And the Trojans back in the attack, led by their leading scorer on the season, Brooke Baker. Pass to Macy for the tray. No. Macy gets the rebound. Mulholland for two, gets it to go, and the Trojans get it to a one-possession game.
Mulholland's not going to miss twice, Josh. Gets a second opportunity, does Macy, after a great offensive rebound, and gets the 10-footer to go down. Look out. Here come those women of Troy now, only down by 3.
Tough defense now as
nice seal.
Van Der Gessen gets it down to Rachel Harvey, has 6.
There's a double.
There's the double again, and you've been calling for that, Jay.
Finally happened. Granted, it was a foul this time, but hey, that's better than 2 easy points, which you know it would have been with Harvey. If you can't get her on the inbounds pass, if she's going to get that pass, make sure that double comes down quick and makes her work for it. That's a good foul.
Hannah Cameron will check in for the Trojans. And at the line, Lily Anderson. He has a couple blocks, a couple rebounds, but still looking for her first points and looking to get them the easy way at the free throw line, but missing that first one. This is the thing we talk about for the Trojans consistently year after year is their troubles with the bigs. And Lily Anderson having trouble at the free throw line, not able to get it. Trojans will look to tie this game up or make it a one-point game potentially. Macy Mulholland trying to find some room. She gets paused, passes it back. A near wall to tie it. Bang! A near wall knocks down the tray, and we have a tie game.
Mulholland goes baseline. They double her, made the huge mistake of leaving Wall open from the corner. Splash. Great shot from her.
That was forced inside. Trojans get it back. Trojans have a chance with their first lead since early in the game when they led 3-2. A near wall, step back, fade away. Yes, sir, a near wall, ice cold.
Right up against it. One hard pump to lose the defense, create just enough space to elevate and detonate. How about a near wall, Josh, coming to her own here in the last minute?
That's the near wall we know. That one just chucked up there. A little bit of frustration now for Rachel as that double team is forcing her to do things that she's not used to. Trojans will pause. Shot clock is turned off. Here's a near. Pass it down to Van Der Gessen and travel. So it'll be 2.8 for the Trojans. Obviously, they're not going to use a timeout here to talk about it because they only have one left. Try to get it in. A near. She gets it. One more big bucket to end the quarter? No. But the Trojans, who were down by as much of 11, go on a 14-2 run, Jermaine, and get themselves back in the lead.
That's what you do, Josh. Anytime you're down early on, you never give up. You dig in, make sure to stick with your game plan. They did that, did the women of Troy, and are right back in this thing with a 2-point lead going into the second quarter.
You are watching ACAC Women's Basketball powered by World Play. We're going to give a quick 90-second break, and we'll be right back. Welcome back here to the second quarter, Jermaine. And Trojans, like I said, had that fantastic. Trying to go around, goes up, gets denied down low by the absolute defensive assassin in this one, which has been the combination, maybe the law firm of Harvey and Anderson. Near in double digits now with 11. So what are you looking for both teams here in the second, Jay?
Well, if you're SAIT, Josh, you want to keep up this high tempo that you really started to come into late in the first quarter. Don't let anything get you down, because when the game gets slowed down, it gets bogged down, you get the half-court thing from Concordia, not something you can handle with. Now, on the flip side, if you're Concordia, you want to slow things down a little bit. Go back to what you were doing early in the first quarter. Get the ball inside, see if Harvey can make something happen. If not, kick it out for an easy 2 or something like that. But work those bigs that you have that great advantage of inside.
Get to the free throw for the first time. I believe that was the first bucket they've gotten in almost 2.5 minutes so far. It's been pretty quiet for Concordia. They really had the offense going, but it kind of seemed once the double team came down, though, in the low post there, Jay, they were really scrambling to figure out their offense.
Yeah, that's where the game of chess, not checkers, comes in, Josh. We're going to see how Coach Robbie Valparaiso comes back now that he's getting doubled down low off the block.
Macy tried to get the 3, can't get it. Here's a near wall. She has been fantastic in this one. Gets it back to Brooke Baker. Baker for the long 3. I believe DeClerc got a piece on that one. And in fact, they're not going to say it was just a foul. They're going to say not just a blow. Okay. Tell me what happened there, Jay.
Well, Mason Mulholland did the old swim move.
Oh, okay. There we go.
At the YMCA, when you're trying to get that ball, sometimes you get the elbow over, try to get over on your opponent. And when the official's not looking, yeah, it's a great move. But when they see you, 9 times out of 10, they're blowing that whistle.
And then a turnover. Passed ahead. Brooke Baker for 2.
Mulholland to Baker, Josh. There goes Macy playing the pick 6. Gets that steal up ahead for the easy 2 for Baker.
So 20-16 right now. Driving ahead. Throwing it up. Can't get it to go. Ball batted around. And that doesn't go down. That was an easy 2 there for DeClerc, trying to get her 8th point, but not able to get it. Now Mulholland looking back, seeing who she has with her. Trying to find some room. Gets it to Hannah Cameron. Cameron, cross. Pass back here to Baker. Driving to the hole. Baker!
Strong, hard, decisive move, Josh. You saw as soon as Brooke got that ball hard to the left, no one could stay with her in the ACAC, and that's exactly why.
Baker's got to love it now, because the Nears get all the attention defensively, and when you can have another score, it's going to be huge for Baker this season.
Absolutely it is, Josh. That's what happens when you've got good production off of the bench. Opens things up for your big stars.
And so substitution will come in for the Concordia Lightning as Haley Cleland will check back. And she's 1 for 1 right now, 2 points to her name. And this is a near wall. Jumper, she's been ice cold. Can't get that one. I mean, in a good way, ice cold. And Rinsky comes up. Nice little nifty move behind the back there by her. She's going to try to go coast to coast with it, and she does. How's about Jenna Rinsky?
Yeah, give you a little something around the back, Josh. If you're not going to get in front of her, she's going to go to the basket and finish with the left.
That's her first 2. Anir driving, takes him with the body, can't get it to go. Rebound by Harvey. Gives it ahead to Cleland, and they'll reset up their offense now as May gets stuck, past it back down low. Kind of missed the check there, and that led to Hannah Mitchell walking in for 2.
Yeah, it's a good, hard, decisive move. Mitchell turns around, sees nobody in front of her. Brooke came, but just a little bit too late, and that's an easy 2.
So 22-20, 3 minutes have passed by. Baker, mid-range J, can't get it to go, hits backside iron. Cleland passes it ahead to Rinsky. Rinsky's got Cameron on her. Try to shuffle her off, loses her dribble, gets it back out. Here's Mitchell. Posting up. She throws up a hook shot there, can't get it, and then a lack of a check leads to Rachel Harvey being able to get in there. And that was on Liebert. She's got to box out because Harvey will make her pay every single time.
Well, she will. Easier said than done, though, Josh. Keeping Harvey away from that basket is going to be quite the task here for Liebert tonight. We'll see if she can do a little bit better her second chance.
Baker missing that one. Rebound by Harvey. Passed it ahead to Cleland. Cleland goes downhill in the corner for the 3. Can't get that one to go. And rebounded by Libert. Macy Mulholland for three. Yes! A three ball from Macy Mulholland.
Unbelievable, Josh. She's just exuding confidence on offense now as Macy Mulholland. From anywhere on the floor, she knows she can get it up and get it in. How about a step back three there behind the defense? Great look.
May gets it down low. Once again, going to the big. Double team comes, and a foul comes with it.
Yeah, mouse in the house as Harvey tried to exploit that mismatch. It's a good foul there if you're Cameron, because you know it would have been a little too much to handle inside.
What's the key when you're doing that double team defensively?
Well, if you're trying to get a steal, you want to make sure to get the hand in the passing lane. But if that pass does indeed get you want to make sure to get those hands up. Make it like a phone booth. I know there's not a whole bunch of those around, kids, but hear me when I say there was once a time when there was about 3 by 3 inch or feet, phone booths. You want to make sure to lock that in, Josh. Make sure to keep it nice and tight. Can't get the elbows up. Keep it in. Make sure you get that steal.
So a little bit of the points right now that we're seeing in this right now. SAIT shooting 31%. Concordia 39%. Concordia not going for the three as much in this one, Jay. They're 0 for 3, but really relying down in the paint right now. 16 points in the paint to the Trojans 6.
Yeah, Josh, and it's a team that heavily relies on that offensive production coming from the painted area. Don't look for a whole bunch of shots for them. Look for plenty of drives, a whole bunch of ISO plays, trying to get their posts open as well. These are all things that Concordia is going to really do all game long. Got to be cognizant of that if you're SAIT. Make sure you make it tough on them inside.
So waiting for this timeout to end here, and it's been a close one at this one. Concordia continue, and here's the other really interesting stat. The Trojans have not shot a free throw yet.
So I'll let you know, Josh, that's a good job defensive by Concordia staying out of foul trouble. But if you're SAIT, you have to take that personally. It's like we haven't been to the free throw line. It's time to get more aggressive inside and make sure we work ourselves to that line and stop the clock and get points at the same time.
That was a Concordia timeout right there. So each team now with one timeout. We're almost at the halfway point here of the second quarter. They go down low. Trojans try to get a steal. May gets the ball back after almost turning it over and will reset this offense. Rinsky, she's trapped right now by Ava Curl. Ball's almost turned over. Rinsky tried to get it up. She can't. How's about Ava Curl there defensively?
Well, we know the story on Ava Curl, Josh. If there's one thing she's always going to give, that's 100% effort defensively, picking up steals and just making things overall tough on her check. And that's just another example of her doing that right there.
Monroe can't get it, and ask you shall receive. She's about to go to the line and definitely earned it. A little bit of a nasty spill to the floor for her, but looking okay.
Hey, when things are tough, like we just said, time to get creative. Put the head down, get to the hoop. Sure officials see it. You will get rewarded for that great play continually throughout the game if you're aggressive at the basket.
And Trojans got to be happy to see Rachel Harvey go to the bench. Georgia Bowman will check into the game. Still got to worry. I believe Lily Anderson is still on the floor. So, and I can't imagine coach is going to. No, there's no Lily Anderson on either. So for the first time today, we will see this Concordia team without either one of their post players.
All right, if you're SAIT, now time to really pick up the pace, Josh. Granted, there's still a slight height advantage for Concordia down low, but it's not overwhelmingly so like when we've got Harvey on the floor. Let's see if they keep up that tempo and really start to exploit it.
And the interesting thing is Trojans are going with two posts in that down there right now with Lucia Monroe and Essie Pryor. So they have a little bit maybe of the height advantage. We'll see how it goes. And we'll see now maybe some more threes now, maybe more spread out offense from Concordia. May gets it down low. We're trying to get it down low. And another turnover. And Ava Curl takes that. Cleland's on her. Dishes it off to Baker. Baker can't get it to go. Cleland did a good job there, deferring the shot away from Brooke Baker. And they come the other way. And a layup on the other side, knocked in by Hannah Mitchell. 6 points for her.
Yeah, finally Hannah Mitchell getting something to go. Josh has had a tough couple of minutes. We'll see if that kind of changes her fortunes going forward as they pick up the transition bucket.
And pass back. Pryor for the two. Can't get that one to go. And then dives on top of it. Now passed ahead. Here comes DeClerc. Going downhill. Gets it back. Once again, going down in the paint. DeClerc has it. She's got Pryor all over her, trying to find some room. Shot clock's winding down.
Help.
Throws up a shot, and yes, help indeed as Brooke Baker comes in and takes it away.
Patrolling the post. Brooke Baker, once again, looking to pick up a steal. Helps Essie Pryor out, gets a hand in, and just like that, only 8 seconds now for that Concordia offense to make something happen.
So we'll see what they're able to do here. 26-24, like we talked about. Cleland goes down low to Mitchell. Mitchell's been taking over the offense for the last few plays. Turns it off, can't get it to go there. Now Brooke Baker passes it up. Baker finds some room, goes around, turn around, Brooke Baker, 8 points.
Too easy. One thing you got to learn about Brooke Baker, Josh, is if you give her single coverage, she will more than likely make you pay. That's a good job from her, knocking down that mid-range J.
And another turnaround. Mulholland was the big part of that, but then at the last second turned around. But they will bring back in a near wall in double digits in this one to really set the tempo for the Trojans in that first quarter.
Sure it did. And it starts on the defensive side, Josh. As granted, Mulholland is sitting down, but Ava Curl, Brooke Baker, now you got a near wall on the floor. These are all players that love to help, especially around the perimeter, and turn it into easy points. We'll see if that trend continues here with only 3:30 left.
Mitchell looks to be fouled. Trojans getting close to that bonus. That'll be their 4th foul. Just 1 for the Thunder so far in this one. We talked about, too, the times that Thunder have done a good job of getting to the line. Trojans haven't been there too much other than Monroe. DeClerc finds some room as she dishes it off and finished there down low by Georgia Bowman, who gets her first 2 points of the game.
It's a good job by DeClerc keeping a hold of the ball there, Josh. In and out, wove through a couple SAIT Trojans player to get that pass into the last second.
Curl, runner in the lane, can't get it to go. Nice rebound. Ava Curl, like a bulldog, staying tight there and not letting Tyler Hanna move forward.
Well, scores ledger won't have it, Josh, but I will. I'm going to go ahead and give that turnover right there to Ava Curl with her great defense.
And they send Brooke Baker to the line. 8 points for Brooke Baker, averaging over 20 points so far on the season. And we'll see what she can do here to try to jump up back into double digits.
Yeah, you talk about the scoring, Josh. You're taking a look at the 3rd highest point getter thus far in the short ACAC season. But if you know Brooke Baker, Josh, no surprise right there. She is a bucket, and she continues to get them.
As you mentioned at the top here, Trojans trying to find their first win. Concordia coming off a tough loss last night to St. Mary's. Brooke Baker, a very rare double miss from the free throw line for her. Pass in the corner there. Here's a Trey looking for their first. Can't get it. Still looking for that 3. Second chance opportunity. Not going to go down there for Georgia Bowman. And the Trojans will get the ball. Substitution will come in. Macy Mulholland doesn't waste too much time on the bench. She checks right back in, Jay.
Yeah, you knew she wouldn't be sitting for long, Josh. And as she comes in for Brooke Baker, likewise also won't be sitting for long. We're going to see what the offense looks like now with Brooke Baker on the bench. Now let's take a look.
Mulholland brings it up. Going for 3. Can't get that one to go. Time ticking away here in this half. Trojans trailed by as much as 11. Came back and haven't trailed since. I don't know about that pass right there. It was stolen away by DeClerc. And near wall had it. She tried to force it in. Luckily, Trojans don't pay on that, and it's a rebound by Pryor.
That's tough for Concordia. You always want to turn unforced errors into points on the other end.
That one turned away there, too, by Monroe. We trail by 2 right now as DeClerc gets it down to Hannah Mitchell. Pass it in the corner. Cleland passed it right back. Trying to get down in the paint again. And then the Trojans come with a steal. It's Macy Mulholland, and then an easy foul there with the reach-in.
Well, if you take a look at Essie Pryor, granted she trailed that play, but good fight by her, Josh. Nothing easy down low. She's going to grab a piece of the bench right now to take a seat, but nonetheless, that was a great defensive stance by her causing that turnover.
And the bigs are back into the game right now. Bring back in Harvey, who has been absolutely fantastic for this squad. And then stolen away. Hannah.
Out of bounds.
Out of bounds.
Oh, they got it with the carry out, man. Ava Curl, once again, Josh, come on, never out of the play. Even trailing, able to get back in front of the check and cause that turnover.
Such a different maker. And, I mean, then you see the Trojans with all these injuries that they have. You know, we talked to Kyler Varga before the game, and that's another defensive player that they're missing right now, too.
Yeah, someone's got to pick up the slack, and it looks like Ava Curl's on that.
Not able to get that one on, and Hannah. That's on the other side, too. Hannah hasn't played a lot in this game. She's came in the last few minutes, and I thought she's done a really good job defensively for this Thunder team. She's been on every single loose ball, trying to chase down the rebounds.
Yeah, and that's one thing that this team here, Josh, the SAIT Trojans team, is definitely making sure to highlight here in the game. I'm seeing great defensive effort thus far in the game, and it's turned into a 2-point lead early on.
And here is Taylor Hannah. Turns around, near wall all over her. Harvey, we haven't seen if she has distance. Instead, she goes down low, and then a foul. So the Trojans go to 5. And how about the Thunder picking up a quick set of 4 fouls as well in the meantime? But right now, the Thunder will be shooting. It'll be Georgia Brown, has 2 points so far in this game. And we'll go to the line and try to tie this ball game up. And first attempt is good for that. 3 points for her, trying to make it an even 4 and tie this ball game up. And she does, and Concordia winning this quarter right now, 14-12. This game is tied. Baker has Cleveland, another player to highlight for this Concordia team. It's done a great job. Triple team there. Ball goes out, so stay with the Trojans. There's 13 seconds on the shot clock for the women of Troy.
See how when Brooke that time got to the hoop, Josh, she got surrounded by 3 Thunder players. Story's out right now. Brooke is going to get to the hoop and is going to draw that help. If you're an other SAIT Trojan player, keep that head on the swivel. The ball could find your hands sooner than later.
Curl, runner in the lane, picks up a foul, and will be shooting.
Ava Curl, Josh, unafraid, undeterred. She will find her way to the hoop regardless of what you put in front of her. If she can't get around you, she is definitely going to go through you. As we see once again, Ava getting to the hoop.
Can't get that one to go. We talked about yesterday, a tough one for her. Couldn't make a free throw, couldn't make a field goal. Started off here hot with a 3 and gets that one to go. So a 1-point lead now for the Trojans. Rinsky.
Look at that. Look at her, man.
Dog.
Come
She's
on,
a
Joe.
dog.
Gets a finger in there, pokes that thing loose. Got to protect the ball if you're going to have it around Ava Curl. If not, sure enough, she's going to be going the other way in a hurry.
Looking like a little bit like another Trojans legend on defense, looking a little Mel Woolley-ish.
I see the resemblance in the game for sure.
Georgia Bowman on the other side knocks it in. So Thunder have their first lead in quite some time. Ava Curl goes around, trying to find some room, goes up, and finishes for 2, Ava Curl.
That's right, turning the corner now. Here comes Ava Curl, Josh, and she's able to get a nice little quick 3-0 run in the last minute based on the great defense turning into the easy offense as well.
Down low is Harvey. Harvey trying to find some room. The double does come, and she knocks it down.
Yeah, she got it to go that time, but she has to work a little bit harder, and that's all you're asking for as a coach, and you want that double to come through. Granted, she's going to get her points, but she just want to work for them a little bit harder.
She had a quick 8 points, Jermaine, and now she just hit double digits now.
Oh, look at a near wall. Come
Talking
on
about
now.
fighting for the 2. A near wall comes in. Shot clock is turned off, so the rest of the clock should be used here by the Concordia Lightning. Rinsky, pass it over. Gets it down low. It's just stolen away by the Trojans. It's going to be a jump ball scenario.
Yeah, we are sure good enough going the other way. 9 seconds. Macy Mulholland creating that turnover, Josh. Great defense.
So here we go with Macy Mulholland. What is she able to do? Well, it's a near fadeaway. Jay can't get it to go. Rebound. Baker trying to get it up. Shot won't count. So we will end the first quarter, the first half of play, with the SAIT Trojans leading 33-32. Your leading scorers for the Trojans, 13 by Near Wall, 10 by Rachel Harvey. But the story for the SAIT Trojans is the return of Ava Curl and her defense.
That's right, Josh. Kicked down the door, getting in the thing with a 3-point basket. Slowed down offensively there late in the first quarter, but really picked it up in that second quarter with great D and even better offense. Hopefully she continues that momentum in the second half. We'll take a look and see.
We will head to the second half right now. Trojans lead 33-32. You are watching ACAC Women's Basketball on the ACAC Network, powered by Wordplay. Welcome back here in the second half of the Trojans versus Concordia. A tight one, 33-22. as Concordia is trying to take back the lead immediately, and they didn't waste nothing but 11 seconds to get that lead back.
Yeah, Josh, Coach Robbie Valpreda was going to go right to the bread and butter, and that is the low post play. As we see a turnover in the backcourt for the SAIT Trojans, which definitely is going to be another opportunity here for Concordia, easy for me to say, to get back into that painted area, which they're looking to do again.
So it's 34-33, and we'll see if they go back down to it. So I'm assuming Coach said, that's what works for us, but those double teams were making things a little bit more difficult. There's an overthrown pass by Cleland, who I thought, number one, congrats to her for getting the start here in the half. She did a really good job of ball tempo in the first half for this Concordia team.
Yeah, and that's something that definitely just kind of slipped through their grasp late in the second half there, Josh, was tempo. SAIT took over in that department. We're going to see if they can once again get back in the driver's seat, the Concordia Thunder.
Here's a 3-ball, no good. Now the Thunder bring it down. May, looking who she's got back with her. It's Mitchell. Mitchell has nothing but daylight. No one's going to guard her, so doop, 2 points.
Somebody sleeping in that SAIT backcourt, Josh, is going to be an easy 2 for Concordia. And that's a quick 4 run here to start off the half. Looking a lot like the Thunder that started the game out.
There's a near wall. I got a chance to talk to our athletic director, Wade Commel, at the half, Jermaine, and he brought up the fact when the Trojans were down by 11 that Coach Parmar really got into the girls and said, we got to get going, got to pick it up, and you really did see that for them. If the Trojans keep on playing this way to start off the half, I got a feeling Coach Parmar will have another one of those talks.
Daddy will, Josh. I got to say, very impressed with Concordia here in the first minute and a half or so through this third quarter, getting back to their old style of game that they played in the first half. Heavy post presence, good ball control as well, making sure passes get through. We're going to see if SAIT can rise to the occasion here. Can't afford to go down double digits yet again here in this game.
No, you can't. They go right down to the bread and butter. Get it out of here. Big time denial by a near wall. 15 points to her name. And how's about a block party population, a near wall?
Near says, who needs help? I got it all myself.
Shot clock winding down on the Thunder. Needing a spark. Cleland for the tray. Can't get it to go. And rebound by Ava Curl. Curl going to pause. Reset up the offense. Gets it in the corner. And Macy doing double M things. Knocks it in. Good pump fake and then finds the open layup.
Yeah, you better find Mo Holland, Josh. Too easy to the basket and she gets 2 more to go.
Going back and forth here in the first 2 minutes. Up, under, and almost too easy there, but Harvey not able to get it to go. And now here comes Baker.
Yeah, great defensive stance there by Libert, Josh. Did a good job of bodying up and creating that miss.
3 miss there by a near wall. Now brought up here by the Thunder. In the corner to May. May for the 3. Can't get it to go. A high-arching shot. Can't go down. And we went back and forth, and now in the last minute or so, both teams have gone cold. Brooke Baker trying to get back into double digits. Passed it over to Ava Curl. To Macy Mahalit, excuse me. Down low. Shot clock winding down. Another jumper. Can't get that one to go, though. And it will go to the Thunder. So Thunder will bring it up. This is Chloe DeClerc. Guarded by Ava Curl. Trying to get it inside Dorinsky, but not able to fully connect right there, Jay.
That's what happens, Josh. She thought she had a clear path, but she heard those footsteps of Brooke Baker in her ear, creating that miss. She brought herself some great good faith, Josh, by playing a great first half of defense, and that's something that's obviously continuing here in the third quarter.
Here comes the near wall. Hands it back off. Gets in the corner. Driving in. Baker can't get it. Gets denied down low. Now passed ahead to May. She's going to pause. Good job there by May pausing. Try to get into DeClerc. Not able to connect fast enough, though.
Yeah, better job by Wall getting back on defense, picking him up, putting him down, and creating that turnover. And it's SAIT Trojans ball. There you go. That's why you hustle back on D.
That's why you hustle back indeed. Brings up a near wall. And one turnover deserves the other is just a bit over her head.
Just a bit over outstretched arm indeed.
And Concordia will call a timeout right now. Coach a little bit frustrated with how he's played. You know what? I'm sure that's one of those timeouts that the other team's coach calls. The Coach Palmer's like, this is great.
Yeah.
Because I was going to call one myself, and now I get to talk to my team about stuff that I want to see improved.
And And some of those things, Josh, got to get a little bit better with the ball. Some careless turnovers here early in the game. Just like that, you're only up by 1. No time for that. Really, you've got to make sure to take care of the basketball and get every possible opportunity you can.
Well, you talked about the turnovers right now. 17 turnovers by the Concordia Thunder, 9 for the Trojans. And I'm sure that's something the coach is going to talk about his Thunder squad about. Too many turnovers.
Definitely. Take care of the basketball.
And the rebounding battle, the Trojans, who were down by as many as 10 rebounds in the rebounding battle, it's getting closer, 26-20. What have you seen the Trojans do to improve in that area?
Well, one thing that's definitely worked for him, Josh, is having players like Harvey and Bowman both sitting. As we see, they ended off the first half being on the floor, and they took advantage of that. Now, here we go in the start of a new half. They're back on the floor. I've liked what I've seen from the SAIT interior defense thus far, making things definitely hard on Harvey. It's not as easy as it was for in the first quarter, but see if that continues, because you know they're going to keep pounding, keep grinding inside. It's a battle of attrition. We'll see who comes out on top.
Yeah, 28 points in the paint so far, so only 11 points outside of that painted area. And that's going to be another turnover, and that is one of the more frustrating turnovers you can have.
Definitely, especially after a timeout. That is definitely not something you want to have. But if you're SAIT, got to take advantage now. An unforced turnover turns into an opportunity for you to further stretch out that lead.
Here's a near wall, trying to find some room, pass it in the corner. And another one. That time's going to be a traveling. So it's been a turnover fest now for the last 2 minutes.
It has, Josh. I don't know what happened at halftime, but both these teams kind of struggling to take hold of this game. And I have a feeling the first team that is able to successfully do that will come out on top.
Rinsky trying to find some room. Gets it down low to Mitchell. Mitchell, hook shot. Can't get it to go. Harvey tried to beast mode that up, but it falls to Brooke Baker. 8 points for her, trying to get back into double digits. Crossover, guarded by... There's a shot up. Gang gets it to go, so the Trojans get a little bit of breathing room, Jay.
That one right out of the textbook, Josh. A little give and go, classic style. Good look from Macy, and able to get it back as well.
Cleveland can't get that one to go. So 39-36. We played 4 minutes here in the third. The lead has gone back and forth. Cartmel passes it ahead to Macy Mulholland in the corner. Bobbled there by near wall. She gets it back out. Baker, mid-range J, in the face of Rachel Harvey.
Rookie B is automatic from about 15 in, Josh. We all know that. The defense know that. But nonetheless, there's nothing you can do. That's a good-looking play there from Baker.
It's a down low to Hannah Mitchell. Harvey, turn around, whirly-durly, knocked down for 2.
Single coverage. You know what time it is, Josh, especially that close to the basket. Too easy for Harvey. Great effort there from Libert. Just too much inside, though, is Harvey.
Here's Mulholland. Pass it back down to Baker. Baker driving through the lane. Mid-range J, can't get it to go. That's her shot, just missing that one. Thunder trail by 3. Rinsky. And it's going to be a foul there on Cartmel. Substitution is going to come in for both sides. Bowman comes back in. You talked about her. She's been aggressive on the glass, Jay. 3 rebounds for her. She inbounds the ball, tried to find Rinsky there, and not able to get it to Rinsky.
Yeah, good production off the bench here from Bowman, and back in the game here, playing alongside Harvey. We'd seen earlier in the game she was playing in place of her. Now with her on the floor at the same time, here goes that height advantage for Concordia yet again.
Haven't seen Lily Anderson back in for a while. Rinsky goes up, can't get it to go. Harvey trying to fight for it. And Pryor is able to steal it away there. Led up now by their leading scorer in this one, a near wall, who drops the pass to Macy Mulholland. Back to a near wall. A near jumper, no good. And Baker, mid-range J, good. You're not going to see back-to-back missed jumpers from a near wall or Brooke Baker too often, and it showed it right there.
Yeah, especially with no defense in the vicinity, Josh, as Baker's able to knock that down without a Thunder jersey in sight.
Spin cycle, can't get it to go, and a foul coming.
Well, we talked about it off top, Josh. We knew inside the SAIT Trojans were going to be lacking physically, but ever since that first quarter, the effort has gone up for them, and right now, things very tough inside for the Thunder. Not like we saw at the beginning of the game where things just came so easy for them. They're working for every basket down low, and that's the kind of effort you want to see if you're a Trojans fan.
Absolutely. Hannah Mitchell making that one. She's in double digits now. Nice game so far for Hannah Mitchell. 10 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists and shooting, 50% from the field. And also missing her first free throw right there. And Nichols tried to get underneath that one. Rinsky came back up with it. Coach Parmar not too thrilled about that, giving up a potential second-point opportunity. The shot clock winding down. Going to see some range there from Harvey, and then a second chance there. So 1, 2, 3 is the charm for chances for the Thunder.
Yeah, role reversal as Harvey goes for the 3, and who backs her up? None other than the clerk down low, smallest player on the floor, getting an offensive rebound and 2 points for her effort.
Baker misses the J, and then a foul down low. Pryor will be shooting. Subs coming in for both teams. So Pryor here to shoot. 43-41. Pryor can't get that one to go.
And she misses that first free throw. Nonetheless, Josh, you've seen her effort has really started to increase slowly as the season goes on. And another player that's made quite the jump from her freshman season last season is Essie Pryor.
Yep.
As long as that effort stays there, the process stays there, eventually the baskets will start to go down. And she seems to be on that trajectory.
So ball's going to go out. Thunder, who trail by 2 in this one, trying to take back a lead. They've had the lead a few times here in the third. And how's about Hannah Cameron playing some tight D? DeClerc goes in, doesn't get it. And Harvey will fight and now have a chance to go to the line. And Lily Anderson's back in the game as well. And Bowman, so a lot of height now on the floor for the Thunder.
Yeah, you like that from Coach Robbie Valparaiso, making sure he gets his towers in the game all at once to give his team second, third chance opportunities. And right now kind of hanging around, only down by 2, but in a good spot nonetheless, are the Thunder.
And Harvey able to get the first one to go down. And Harvey ties the ball game up, 43s apiece, and Harvey with 14. Pass ahead there to Cameron. Cameron has 3 fouls, still trying to find her first bucket. Here's Macy Mulholland. Back to Cameron. Tight game here at the Jack. Cameron gets stuck, gets it to Baker. Baker whips it across. Open look for Mulholland. Can't get the 3 to go. Shot clock winding down. Doesn't matter as the possession goes back as some momentum starting to get gained from Concordia.
And it is, Josh. Thunder up off the bench, making some noise, making sure they're being heard. Really, like you said, momentum starting to slide back the way of Concordia. It's time for SAIT to answer the call.
They've been doing that high pick and pop as well, trying to get it down to Harvey. Rinsky trying to go around in the corner. DeClerc for 3 in the lead. No. Now led ahead. Baker going coast to coast, and she's fouled by Rachel Harvey, who she picks up only her first in this one.
That's exactly what you want to do when you have a shot blocker on their heels like Harvey was there. As Brooke Baker did, take the ball directly at the defender, force them to lay you out a little bit, and now you're going to go earn it the old school way from the charity stripe.
Baker with 13 now in this game, as you mentioned. Top 3 scorer right now. Some debate if she's the best player in the ACAC South.
Yeah, definitely a case to be made for that, Josh. And you and I have front row seats to it almost every home game. We know what Brooke Baker can do. And automatic bucket, not to mention the defensive prowess is on another level throughout a couple games this season. And just onward and upward for Baker. She continues to improve.
Rinsky trying to find some room, throws up a hook shot, can't get it to go. Ball's going to go back to the Trojans. Sub's going to get ready to come in here as Mitchell going to sub back in for Concordia. And Ava Curl's going to check back in for the Trojans. Rachel Harvey will go to the bench and probably get a breather here. I can't imagine she will sit the full 2:40 of the third.
No, I think a lot is going to be dependent on what happens here in the next minute or so, Josh, but that is a safe bet to assume that she'll be back.
Macy Mulholland gets it down low to Pryor. Essie Pryor gets denied down low by Lily Anderson. Anderson starting to compile a handful of blocks in this one, Jay.
Yes, she is, Josh, protecting the rim all game long. Talked about the prowess inside of Concordia Thunder. Talked about Harvey, but how about Anderson as well? 5'11", Josh. She's got the height, she's got the length to do it, and she's making sure to live up to that billing.
Neer can't get that shot to go. Rebound by Mitchell. And I think they're going to call a foul, and that will lead to more shooting coming because the Trojans have 5 fouls. Again, Trojans getting in foul trouble. It has been a problem, but no major issue of key players yet in foul trouble. A Neer has 2, Ava Curl has 2, and a Neer has 2. Hannah Cameron has 3, but nothing too concerning right now for the women of Detroit.
Yeah, and that's what happens when you got a defense, so it's kind of sharing the responsibility defensively. No one player is going to be asked to guard every single other check on the floor. Everyone's making sure to take defensive seriously, and that's why they're back in this game, and that's exactly why, like you said, Josh, no one's in necessarily foul trouble.
Want to keep it that way for the final 2:17 here. Is a little bit of a press from Concordia. Gets it back to Baker. Baker, easy 2 normally for her, but she can't get that one to go. A little bit too much put on that shot from Baker. Now pushed ahead. Bowman almost loses it, and Ava Curl tried to slide down and get the steal, but not able to fully come up with it.
Man, Ava Curl, Josh, you know she's going to leave it all on the floor.
Our stat makers have her registered for 3 stats. In all respect to our stats, they're great, but I gotta believe Ava Curl has more than just 3 steals. It's 45 apiece. Here's Rinsky. Crossover. Find some lane. And hooping the harm right there by Rinsky. She's been doing that move consistently and finally was able to find it. Get some contact, goes up, throws it in, and potentially a 3-point lead, the biggest lead the Thunder have had since midway of the first quarter.
Yeah, Josh, she definitely was purposeful with that move to the basket as she drew the contact. Like you said, been going right all game long. You know she's going to go right. Unfortunately for Ava Curl, nothing she could do, and gets a 3-point play on her ledger.
Baker cross-court pass. Gets it down low to Pryor. Pryor gets denied again. Lily Anderson, that's her 3rd block down low. Bowman leads it up. Here's Rinsky. Stopping, getting caught up there. She has to get rid of the rock. Tries to get it down low. And, in and out there for Hannah Mitchell, trying to find her 15th point. Then they try to sneak it into Bowman. She's triple-teamed. Everyone's on her. And she's a jump ball scenario with a near wall. May's going to get ready to check back in for Concordia, and Monroe for the Trojans. Trojans dodge a little bit of a bullet there, Jay.
That they did, Josh. A huge opportunity now. Buck 16 left. Slowly starting to lose momentum. Time to get it back on your side here with some tight offensive play and see if you can break this press.
There's an air wall. She has not been what she was in the first. Ava Curl started with a 3. Can't get that one to go down. And then a fight for it. Monroe fighting for it. Beats out Lily Anderson with the rebound. Good job and good hustle there by Monroe.
Yeah, Lucia Monroe showing a little bit of dog on that offensive side. Josh picking out that offensive rebound, drawing a foul as well, and giving her girls one more chance out of here with 14 on the shot clock.
Gets it down low, past the back. That one doesn't go. Loose ball, who wants it? And it's going to go back to Concordia. The Trojans have gone cold now, haven't been able to find their rhythm. 48-45. Rinsky, who get the lead here for Concordia, handling the rock, hands it back out to Cleland. And she's going to try to go down in the paint to Mitchell. She's looking for her 15th point, can't get it. Rebound by Anderson, forces it in, hooping the harm. Lily Anderson, a chance for back-to-back 3-point opportunities for this Concordia team as they are working hard, getting fouled and getting to the line.
Hard hats on, knee pads on, lunch pail in hand. Lily Anderson, Josh, an offensive rebound yet again, and this time a chance for a 3-point play from the line for her effort.
Anderson can't get it to go. Ball's batted around. Pass back out to Rinsky. Rinsky spins off, goes up. Almost goes in and out, but Lily Anderson's right there. Off the glass for 2.
That's right, a nice little smooch up high, Josh, as Lily Anderson gets it to go off another offensive rebound for her. Got to put a body on 13.
Trojans trail by 7. It's the start of the first all over again. Shot clock is turned off. Big possession here for both teams. Concordia can blow their lead up to as much as a 10-point lead. Trojans just trying to reel off and reset at the end of the quarter. Rinsky for the 3. Bang!
How about Rinsky, Josh, you knew as soon as she got the ball, that thing was going up. Got it in the pocket, explodes for three, and that is how you slam the door on an amazing third quarter.
Absolutely. Jenna Rinsky, 8 points to her name. Puts an exclamation point to the run there. Trojans fought back once when they were down by 11. They trail by 10 as we head to the fourth. You are watching ACAC Women's Basketball, powered by Wordplay. Here with the fourth quarter of play. And how big is that three right there by Rinsky, Jay? They start off with the rock, do the thunder.
That's right. Momentum continues right out of the timeout, Josh, and going right inside. And then whose opportunity to continue to keep that going. That's a good job out of Rinsky, slamming the door in the third and continue it in the fourth.
I think another thing, too, is Ava Curl has not been the same defensive presence that she was in the first half.
Yeah, it's kind of been negated here in the second half, Josh. And her effort is still there. You know it's always going to be, but unfortunately it hasn't resulted in any steals. As we see Rinsky again with the right.
And now here comes a near wall, bringing it down. Pass it back out to Brooke Baker. Brooke up under, can't get it to go. Trying to pull off her best Wemby, but needs a few more inches to finish that. Rinsky, who's been setting the template for this team, spins off, gets some room, can't get it to go, but she's fouled. And she keeps on doing that, and it keeps on working.
Yeah, you can slowly start to see, Josh. He's really starting to settle in now as Rinsky here in the fourth quarter. Back to the line yet again. It's kind of silent in the first half, but second half came around. She's turned that corner and really starting to affect her team positively on the offensive end.
And guess who's back? And how's about that, by the way, when Rachel Harvey goes out and they make the run?
Unbelievable, Josh. That's what you call a wealth of riches off the bench for Concordia.
So Concordia matches what was their largest lead at 11. Trojans came back from that 11 rather quickly. Sir, that's what Coach Palmer is telling them. We've done this before, but Trojans led a majority of this game except when they were down by 11. Now they trail the most in 12. Try not to go to 0-5. Keep the ball there. And, you got to think, too, Jermaine, that, you and I have been on good teams and we've been on bad teams. And when you get to this point of the quarter, that starts weighing on you. That record, knowing I just want to win, I just want to win. That could help you win. Knock down the tray.
Got it again. This is a very important juncture in the game right now, Josh. The beginning of the fourth quarter. Now, down by 9, you're within 10. You can definitely make it happen. It's going to start on this end, though, defensively. Let's see if the Trojans got it in them to make it happen.
Well, defensive mindset was what got the Trojans back in it, led by this woman right here in Ava Curl. Finds a near wall. Her offense was also a big part of that. Splash!
Forever and a day to step into a 15-footer. A near wall is automatic for mid-range, Josh. Another jumper for her. We're going to see if they can put another defensive stop now to give himself another opportunity on the other end.
Just like that, it's a 5-0 run for the women of Troy. And Ava Curl, you can see that defensive intensity stays again. And Ava Curl, a near does the work. Ava goes and gets it. She goes up, gets fouled. And the Trojans, fighting their way back into this game, have a chance to narrow it down to a 5-point lead.
Best part of that last series, a near wall playing the passing lane, not even letting the entry pass get into Harvey so she has to deal with her down low. Play that passing lane in front of her. Not only are you kind of stopping that pass from going in the first place, if it does come in, you're in a great position to just poke that thing loose, get going the other way.
Ava Curl at the line right now. She split her free throws last time that she was up. And we talked about foul trouble. Ava is now in foul trouble, Jay. 4 fouls for Ava Curl.
Yeah, definitely something to watch out if you're Ava. Unfortunately, we know Ava Curl, Josh. It's 100%, regardless of what position she's in. But they need her on the floor. We'll see if she can keep herself on there.
Trojans did what they needed to do to get back in the game. 5-point lead. It was a 12-point lead, and the Trojans wiped that out within 2 minutes. But down low in the paint. Passed it back. DeClercq trying to get a 3. Can't get it. Rebound. Trojans, just like that, have a chance to make it a one-possession game. Brooke Baker can't get it to go.
Going quickly the other way. Got to get back on D now.
Up, under, and in. And that's just automatic, systematic Rachel Harvey.
Yeah, too good a position, Josh. Nothing they could do. When she's down there within about 5 feet in the restricted area, lights out.
Brooke Baker driving in, off the glass, can't get it to go. Nice rebound down low by Monroe. Monroe goes up, can't get it to go. And Trojans, they want to get back in this game. They got to hit on those second chance opportunities, especially that close to the rim.
That they do, Josh. We know in this game they haven't gotten too many second chance opportunities. So the rare one that you get, you want to make sure to convert.
Near wall, now the foul trouble starting to add up. That'll be Near's 4th foul. So now Near and Ava Curl both in foul trouble. Coach Parmar is not going to pause. He's going to keep both on the floor. And Concordia is going to call a timeout. So it's 59-52. You're watching ACAC Women's Basketball, powered by Wordplay. Trojans have a little bit of a push here at the start, have made it respectable to get themselves back in the game. But these free throws are going to get it back down a little bit more than they'd like.
But they are, Josh, and no more opportunity for unforced turnovers. That's one thing that's kind of plagued the Trojans team this entire second half. You want to make sure to take care of the ball going forward. Every possession meaning so much. 7:25 left. You know, right there, you're right on the doorstep, not out of it yet. Plenty of times you've worked yourself back into it. One more time now. Let's see if you can dig in and get back in the game.
That was a 23-12 quarter for Concordia when they really busted through in that one. Right now, the Trojans are winning this quarter 7-4 right now, but as I mentioned with these free throws, it could be a change of complexion pretty quick here back to where things were in the second chance points. We keep on talking about that, Jay. 12 second chance points for Concordia, just 6 for the SAIT Trojans.
Yeah, we knew going into the game, second chance were going to be a point of contention for the SAIT Trojans, giving up all that height on the inside. Sure enough, that is exactly what has happened here, but SAIT's done a good job of kind of offsetting that by getting great defense and transition as well. Let's see if that tempo continues here and if you can beat the Concordia Thunder down the floor and get some easy twos.
So first here, DeClercq will shoot, trying to get into double digits. 8 points for DeClercq in this one. She was perfect the last time she was at the line. And she will continue that. Trying to become the 4th Thunder in double digits in this game. And she does that. So 4 Thunder in double digits. Georgia Bowman, 6 points, could potentially be the 5th one in this game. 61-52, Trojans back in a hole. Baker trying to get him out of that with the 3, can't get it to go. Mitchell passes it up ahead. Bowman, you mentioned 6 points for her. Mason Mulholland touches it, and it goes off of Bowman and back to the Trojans.
Yeah, a little bit of Mason Mulholland pressure on the sideline causes that turnover. It's a good job defensively. Now, make sure it is all for naught here. Get a good offensive opportunity here on the other end.
You can hear Coach Parmar saying, make those defensive opportunities matter. In the lane, boom, a near wall.
A little high post action. How about a near wall cutting across the paint, getting that low push shot to go through? It's a good job. Turn it up now on the defensive side.
19 points for a near wall. Defensive intensity, as Jermaine mentioned, is necessary here for the Trojans. Meanwhile, Concordia just going to go with what works. Why not?
It's tough. The single coverage has returned, Josh. Tall order for anybody to try to match up with Rachel Harvey one-on-one. She exploits just about anyone and does it right there again.
And Near knows she's playing with those 4 fouls, so she can't get aggressive as maybe she'd like to. While going up in the lane, can't get that shot to go, tries to fight for the rebound. It will stay with the Trojans, but 6 seconds on the shot clock. Ava Curl will check out. Remember, she has those 3 fouls, and Emily Cartmel will check in for the Trojans. And the Trojans, with this imbalance, are going to call a timeout and try to figure things out.
Yeah, I like that timeout there from Coach Parmar. You want to get a good offensive look right now. Very important juncture. 6:16 left, down 9, just kind of knocking on the door. It's time to make that final push, and it starts with a good timeout by Coach Parmar.
Absolutely. Trojans will have 2 timeouts, I believe, remaining after this. Not major foul trouble right now. 1 for the Thunder, 2 for the Trojans. But as you mentioned, there is some foul trouble for some of those Trojans. Ava Curl has 4, and more importantly right now, as far as offense goes, Anir Wall has 4.
Yeah, and it's tough, Josh. Those are 2 players that are so important to the SAIT Trojans defense, and you don't want them kind of being reserved at all. But unfortunately, you've seen on the last couple of possessions specifically that they're kind of in that. They want to be on the floor. They don't want to foul out here with 6:16 left. It's all about walking that fine line of playing good, tough defense, but not creating that 5th foul to get you out of the game.
Now, forgive me, I'm not a coach, and that's why I'm up here in this booth. Surprised that Haley Pilling hasn't seen much time. The game that we saw her with, I thought she was really effective on both sides of the ball for the Trojans.
Yeah, she definitely was, Josh. She's one of those dog-type backcourt players that the Trojans do love to have, along the likes of Ava Curl and Cameron and even Emily Cartmel as well. She's one of those. Hasn't seen the floor here today, but nonetheless, she's there to back up her girls from the sideline.
Only Trojan, I guess with Ava Curl coming back, her minutes get reduced. So Anir Wall in the lane, throws it up, gets it to go. Coach Parmar looking like Brad Stevens on the out-of-bounds plays.
Just like Coach Parmar drew it up. Quick 2 out of the timeout. Now turn it into a good defensive stance right here and get yourself another look.
6 minutes left here in the 4th. Trojans trying to find themselves back in. They did it once, they're down by 11. But this woman right here will not be denied either.
No, fronting that time was Wall trying to pick up the steal. Good pass to get around Wall, and Cartmel just too little inside. Can't do anything with Harvey. Second chance opportunity gets it to go.
It's 20 points now for Harvey. Jumper near Wall, can't get that one to go. Rebound to Baker. Baker tries to get it to go. She gets it. Trojans are getting their offense, but the defense is the side that needs to step up.
Yeah, crisscross is working. High post right now, the point of the offense here offensively for the SAIT Trojans, making it work. But like you said, Josh, got to make it happen on this side as well.
Seems like the Trojans are going man-to-man. Do you think they'd be maybe better going 2-zone to deal with what Harvey's doing? Well, they get a steal there, first of all. Baker going downhill, trying to find some room. Goes up, off the glass, can't get it. Rebound by Mulholland. She's denied from behind, and we have a jump ball scenario. The possession, I believe, will stay with the Trojans. It will. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Rinsky will get ready to check back in for Concordia.
Okay, I like it, Josh. Ever since the timeout, the effort does seem to be upped a little bit for the SAIT Trojans. One final push, though, to get back into this thing. It's going to take a couple of good possessions on both ends of the floor to find themselves back even.
Here's a big 3. Can't get that one to go. Trojans, the closest they've got in the gap of this 12-point lead was to 5. Right now it's a 7-point lead. Cleland gets it down low. Once again, hoop and the harm. 22 now for Harvey. Trying to make it a Jordan with 23.
A little bit of read and react, Josh, as they're able to get the ball quickly into Harvey that time. And once again, get touched up. They're not fronting her now, so if she's going to get the ball, that double's got to come quickly to make her suffocate and try to go up. But if you give her too much room to breathe, Josh, she's liable to get 2 plus 1, which is the opportunity for her right now.
It's so interesting. They did such a good job of getting the lead without her, and now they're maintaining it because of her.
Yeah, love to see it.
So 10-point lead for the Thunder. We are halfway through the 4th. Trojans trying to find themselves back in this, trying to find their first win of the year, and Mulholland, Miss J's not going to help. 4:30 now. Thunder, 2 wins on the season, trying to find their 3rd one. A tough loss last night in Calgary against St. Mary's. DeClerc, pass it off to Rinsky. Rinsky, a big part of starting this run. She gets some contact there. Cleland for 3. Boom! Haley Cleland. 2 points up until then, but a big 3 for Cleland to give the Thunder their biggest lead.
Big shot right there, Josh. Concordia needed that one, and Cleland made sure to answer the call, stepping into a tray.
Whipped inside. I don't know who that was going for from AC Mulholland, but I kind of pinballed around. The Trojans will maintain it with 11 seconds on the shot clock, 3:58 on the 4th. Baker inbounds it. Finds Mulholland. Goes up. Mulholland can't get it to go. Macy Mulholland having one of her tougher shooting nights right now, Jay. She is 4 of 13 from the field.
Yeah, had it going on in the first half. That Mason Mulholland unfortunately hasn't been able to get it going here. Effort defensively still there for her. That's what you want to see.
Good ball movement right now, kind of just playing with the Trojans, but then a double dribble there by Chloe DeClerc. We got more great action coming up here on the ACAC Network. We got the Men of Troy versus the Concordia Thunder. So make sure you check out that one right here next. The defending national champions, the SAIT Trojans, up here in action next. But how about Rinsky? She's been defending, she's been offending, she's been doing everything.
Absolutely, Josh. Fingerprints all over this game, specifically in the second half as Rinsky once again finds herself uncontested down low for 2.
And then Cleveland gets the steal. Open look for Mitchell. How's about another? It's a trade day. Hannah Mitchell, 16 points for Hannah Mitchell, and now a 18-point lead. I don't know the sound a Thunderbolt makes, but that's what it's making right now in the Jack.
Yeah, and it is, Josh, as Thunder continues to roll is what it does, and it is rolling in here in the Jack as they have really started to put it on the SAIT Trojans late in this fourth quarter. Unbelievable job from them, specifically out of that timeout. So many times they could have let the Trojans back in the game. Didn't happen. Stayed calm, stayed poised, went to their old bread and butter, which is down low, made it happen, and now they've got themselves an 18-point lead.
So for the Trojans, 2:54. I'd like to be an optimist, Jermaine. What can you do with 2:54 to get yourself back in?
Well, 2:54 can be a lot of time if you play right, if you play smart, if you're able to get to the line, stop the clock. No time for wasting, though. No unforced turnovers as well. You can't have that. Passes got to be crisp. Right now in the last couple of minutes, Josh, a lot of the Trojan passes had too much air under them, too much time for the Concordia Thunder to get up under and go in the other way, specifically in the last minute. 2 quick turnovers. Can happen here. Crisp, hard passes, get to the hoop and finish it off.
Trojans have been outscored in this half, Jermaine, 44-25.
And effort plays, too. That's the one thing you love to see out of Concordia, Josh. Not giving up at any time. Playing those passing lanes. A couple big threes from everybody as well. Players like Rinsky, who's undeterred getting to the hoop right now, and they're reaping those benefits here with 2:50 left.
Gets it down low. You're going to need more from Baker. Baker tries to dish it off, and another turnover for the Trojan this one. Brought up by Rinsky. Rinsky, who brought the Thunder back into this game and then hit a big-time 3 at the dying seconds of the third. Another Clerk. Little fake off, little shimmy, but can't finish it off.
Pretty. No finish, but nonetheless, Josh, how about the head fake? Good looking.
Near wall, she can't get it to go. Ball is knocked around. Cartmel, she can't get it to go, and the cliche lid on the bucket right now for the Trojans.
Yeah, you can say that again, Josh. Unable to get it going offensively as Trojans have kind of run into a wall, both proverbial and literal, here in the fourth quarter.
Trying to look for it down low. Knocked around. Not able to get it. And now Hannah Mitchell will try to go and get her 18th points at the line. And we will see Haley Pilling check in here in this final 2 minutes.
Yeah, we talked about it early, Josh. The height just too much inside for the SAIT Trojans to deal with. You look up at the front court for the Thunder, you got 5'11", 6'1", obviously, Rachel Harvey. That is legitimate height inside, and it's not just height. It's skill as well, as you've seen all game. Being tall is one thing, but being tall and able to use that height positively, Josh, great combination.
Yeah, when we walked in this gym, we had some conversations. You could tell right away that this was a team with height, and that was going to be an issue for the Trojans. And that has been what it has been. Runner in the lane and knocked down there by a near wall. Good game by a near in this one. 23 points now for a near wall. Potentially on her way to a player of the game.
Definitely say that.
But I'm sure she wants the victory and will go into another week of the ACAC without a win for the Trojans. Passed over. Trying to get it passed across and near wall. Good ball movement. Here is Pilling. French Cartmel. Cartmel's still trying to find a little offense of her own. She has 3 fouls and no buckets, and Lily Anderson will get ready to come back in. She'll take out Rachel Harvey, who is our overall player of the game.
Yeah, we said it right on the top, Josh. Chances are Rachel Harvey is going to go to work. And once again, Rachel Harvey did Rachel Harvey things, and that is be dominant inside.
Yeah, a double-double for her, 10 points, 10 rebounds, 23 points, 3 blocks for Harvey.
Yeah, Josh, not to mention just being the absolute focus of the Trojans defensively, leaving wide open shots for a lot of her teammates. Like we've seen, Anderson has definitely benefited from the doubles across on Harvey tonight.
So Concordia will walk away with their 3rd victory of the year, and the Trojans, Jermaine, unfortunately still looking for that first win.
Hasn't happened yet, Josh, but each game you do see some processes are there, and they're playing the right way, are the SAIT Trojans. You just got to put it all together in one game and make it all happen consecutively to get you that first win.
Getting to hit another cliche here. It's they haven't played a 48-minute game yet. They haven't played it, well, I guess here in the ACAC, a 40-minute game.
Yes, there you go.
There you go. They haven't played a complete 40-minute game, and there's another 3 there. Jenna Rinsky, 15 points for Jenna Rinsky, who's had a great game. I know that Rachel will probably get the player of the game, but I almost give it to Jenna Rinsky because she came off the bench, and she really put a lot into this game and really was the leader of that run for Concordia.
Yeah, a moment, Josh, where they could have easily lost the lead, where actually they did lose the lead to a couple points for the SAIT Trojans. Rinsky stayed composed and was able to get her team back into it so that Harvey can get back in and just continue to be her dominant self. So, you know what, Josh, I'm not mad at you for that. Harvey will get it, but Rinsky definitely did her thing here tonight as well.
First time we've really got a chance to see this Concordia Thunder team, you know, as we're starting to do more cross-conference play in the regular season now. So
love that.
Love, you know, congratulations to Concordia picking up another victory here, and well-coached team, and we'll see how deep they can go in the north and where they'll end up overall. There's a lot of good teams out here in the south, and there's a lot of good teams in the north. It's a stacked ACAC this year, and that means it's not going to be easy for the Trojans to find that first win.
And it's not, Josh. That it's not. Trial by fire indeed. And every game, every team such a threat. It's going to continue, like you said, after tonight.
Rinsky not going to get the bucket there. That would have given her 17, but it's not going to count.
Looks like I think they got Coach Palmer with the T on that one.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was Coach Palmer or the bench, but somebody said a magic word, and official heard that thing, threw the T up quick. Just like that, we've got Rinsky at the line.
Yeah, Rinsky will try to get a few more points here. Doesn't get that one to go. And 13 seconds to shot clock, 23 on the game. We'll see if they even take a shot. I would imagine they probably will. Trojans are going to try to keep up the heavy defense. Don't want to keep it too heavy, though, because that will lead to them going to the line. Almost gets a steal there. Shot clock's going to wind out. One big heave there from Rinsky. The ball will go out with 9.8 left here for the Trojans. One last possession to see if someone that hasn't scored in this game, we have 3 on that are looking for buckets right now, see if someone can get a bucket. Baker's just going to go ISO. Try to find room for the 3, and she's fouled with 0.5 left. So Brooke Baker, who averages just over 21 points a game, will try to finish off here with 24 points to add to her league average, and that's about the only key thing here left in this game.
The clock is running. There's players on the floor, Josh, regardless of what the score is, regardless of how much time is left. Brooke Baker is going to find herself a way to score, and she does that with half of a second left in this game.
And also kind of a cheeky moment as well. We'll see if she gets this one to go. So she won't. I was going to say she would be able to pass a near wall for points in this one. So knocks down this, her and a near wall will both have 23 points in this game for the Trojans, and they do. But that will do it. The Concordia Thunder pick up their 3rd victory of the season. The SAIT Trojans still looking for another win. Concordia led by an absolute monster game from Rachel Harvey, shooting 62% from the field, perfect from the free throw line. A double-double for her with 23 and 10 and 3 blocks, and not too bad 4 players overall for Concordia off in double digits. Hannah Mitchell, 18, Jenna Rinsky with 15, and Chloe DeClerc with 10.
Well, we knew what it would be with Harvey, Josh. She was going to come in, get her easy double-double like she does every single game. But when you've got 3 teammates able to help with double-digit scoring as well, you're in a good spot. 81 points here for the Thunder tonight on a great finish by them.
And now we wait and see who our players of the game is. And they give it to Hannah Mitchell. Again, Hannah Mitchell, second leading scorer on this team. She also had a double-double in this game, 18 and 12 for her, and shot 45% from the field. And a near wall walks away with the player of the game for the SAIT Trojans. She started off shooting really, really well, cooled off in the second half. 2 rebounds for her, an assist, a block, a steal, and 23 points, but near still hoping for that victory.
Yeah, Josh, a great game by her. And you can go up and down the Trojans roster, some good individual games here, but unable to get it together and get that win. See if they can kind of regroup as a team and get back at it here next week.
So Concordia picks up their 3rd win of the season, but we're not done here at the Jack. We got the defending national champions and conference champions, the men of Troy, the SAIT Trojans, taking on Regan Wood and his Concordia Thunder, a battle of 2 great coaches with Regan and Matt. Coming up here, you can catch it here on the ACAC network. Until next time, folks, thank you for watching this broadcast. Thank you to Robin, our producer, and everyone involved with making this a fantastic broadcast. For Jermaine J.C. Cummings, I'm Joshua Arbuthnot. Cheers and enjoy the games, people.